The Philippines woke up to unexpected scenes at Subic Bay this morning as the United States military began unloading a massive shipment of advanced equipment. The operation, described by local observers as one of the largest in recent years, immediately caught the attention of both residents and defense analysts across Southeast Asia. 2 dozens of armored vehicles, logistics trucks, and containers filled with military hardware were seen being offloaded from a U.S. Navy transport ship. Witnesses reported seeing cranes and dock workers moving heavy crates marked with U.S. Department of Defense insignia. 3 According to early reports, the shipment is part of a broader U.S. initiative to reinforce its logistical presence in the Indo-Pacific region. The move aligns with Washington's increasing focus on countering China's growing assertiveness in the South China Sea. For a Subic Bay, once a major U.S. naval base until its closure in 1992, has once again become a strategic point of interest. In recent years, the Philippines has allowed rotational access to American forces under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, EDCA, effectively reviving the port's role in regional defense. 5 of Philippine authorities, while not initially commenting on the event, later confirmed that the unloading was conducted under existing bilateral defense agreements. They emphasized that it was part of joint training and humanitarian readiness efforts. 6. However, the scale of the operation has led many to speculate that something larger is underway. Military analysts suggest that the U.S. might be prepositioning equipment in preparation for rapid deployment scenarios across the South China Sea or even Taiwan. 7. Among the equipment observed were several armored personnel carriers, radar systems, and fuel tankers, all indicative of logistical buildup rather than temporary training gear. A few reports even hinted at the presence of missile defense components. 8 Local media in the Philippines quickly picked up on the development, describing the atmosphere around Subic Bay as both tense and curious. Fishermen, dock workers, and nearby residents took videos and photos that rapidly went viral online. 9 The U.S. Embassy in Manila released a brief statement confirming the ongoing operation but downplayed speculation of heightened military escalation. The statement reaffirmed America's commitment to peace, stability, and joint disaster response readiness in the Indo-Pacific. 10 Is still, the timing of this operation has raised eyebrows. It comes just weeks after renewed Chinese patrols near Philippine-held islands in the Spratly Chain, where tensions between the two countries have been steadily rising. 11 Analysts believe the U.S. wants to send a subtle yet powerful message to Beijing that it stands ready to support its allies and maintain freedom of navigation in contested waters. Subic Bay's geographical proximity to the South China Sea makes it a perfect logistical hub for such an intent. 12 Meanwhile, reactions within the Philippines have been mixed. Some lawmakers welcome the U.S. military's presence, citing it as a deterrent against Chinese aggression. Others, however, warn that it could further inflame regional tensions. 13 Defense experts note that Subic Bay has long been a symbol of U.S.-Philippine military cooperation. Its deep water harbor and strategic location make it ideal for hosting large naval assets and storing heavy military equipment. 14 A defense insider hinted that the recent unloading might include communications equipment designed to enhance joint command and control operations between the U.S. and Philippine forces. Such integration would significantly improve interoperability in future missions. 15 In nearby Olongapo City, local businesses reported a sudden influx of U.S. personnel and contractors. Hotels, restaurants, and transport services are reportedly operating at full capacity, a boost to the local economy but also a reminder of rising military activity. 16 Observers from neighboring ASEAN countries are also keeping a close watch. Singapore, Vietnam, and Malaysia view this development as part of the broader geopolitical chess game playing out between Washington and Beijing. 17 Some analysts speculate that Subic Bay could soon host temporary deployments of U.S. naval aircraft or even F-35 stealth fighters during joint exercises. Such moves would signal a deepening of defense ties unseen since the early 1990s. 18 The Philippine Department of National Defense reiterated that all U.S. military activities in the country remain within the framework of existing agreements and respect Philippine sovereignty. Still, the lack of advance notice has surprised many citizens. 19 As the unloading operation continues, speculation runs wild on social media. Videos tagged #Subic Bay and #USMilitary trended across Filipino platforms, with users debating whether the move is meant for deterrence or preparation for future conflict. 20 Whatever the case, one thing is clear: Subic Bay is once again at the center of great power competition. The United States' renewed presence in this former naval stronghold signals a return to the days when the Philippines played a key strategic role in maintaining balance in the Pacific.